Don't preload me anymore. Just let me go, man.
How have I not learned this?
I don't understand.
It's better when we just talk about it.
Just talk to me
right.
about it, because the first out the gate, I'm going to give you better stuff than what I think about.
That's right. All right, well, we need to do an actual intro for this.
We have to do an intro for this?
Yeah, because
that's
we
the
didn't do a
intro.
film. That's not.
That's the intro.
All right, what's going on, Legion fans? Welcome to an extra podcast this week. We're doing something special, seeing as not only is it the holiday season, but also it is the season for new Mandalorian episodes. And you know what? We got sick and tired. We got sick and tired of getting behind on those episodes. So we're going to add in an extra pod every Wednesday or Thursday. As some of the weeks are going to differ, but every Wednesday or Thursday, we're going to have an extra Mandalorian pod that is specifically about the episode that happened previously, and then talking about what's coming up in the next episode, what we think is going to happen. Right, so we're going to jump right into just some of the details. So if you are listening to this and you haven't seen the newest Mandalorian episode,
turn it off.
Turn off the podcast. Go watch it.
Don't listen
watch
to us.
The episode. What are you doing? Watch
Why
the episode.
are you here?
Go watch the episode. Then come back and
then
watch
come
us.
and listen to us.
Right?
Then don't turn it off.
Then
it's welcome back.
Then it's welcome back.
Good to see you.
Spoilers, obviously.
Coming.
Spoilers are
out
coming.
The gate.
For Mandalorian, the Siege episode.
The Siege.
All right, so let's jump into it. Returning, we start out. Mando is leaving the planet that the Mon Calamari kind of wrecked his ship on, and he has to return to Nevarro.
Yo, I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
This pissed me off. I'm not happy about it. Out the gate.
30 seconds.
I'm upset. And here's the thing. It's not that I'm upset about the fact that we're going back to Nevarro.
Yeah, it's cool.
It is the fact that I was ready for us to see Ahsoka.
Oh,
I was ready for us to be able to finally see her live action, see Rosario Dawson.
Yeah.
I was ready. It was so exciting. And I'm like, oh, this is the perfect time. We're halfway through the season. That's what they're going to do. No, we take a detour to Nevarro.
Yeah, we got Gina Carano and
I love
Sarah
Gina.
Weathers.
I know, and
they're great. They're great.
You watch some of our other stuff.
You
know that I said Gina Carano. I believe she should be She-Hulk.
She-Hulk, yeah.
I believe it. I think she'd be perfect.
Yeah.
So it's not that I have anything against them, and Lord knows I would never say an ill word against Apollo Creed. I would never. I would never. I'm not that stupid.
No, he's tough.
It was disappointing that we were making this detour. It should, if we had seen Ahsoka and then he brings Ahsoka to Nevarro, great. Yeah. I would have loved to have seen that. But I just wanted to be able to get more from this episode than what we got.
Well, you're going to have to take it up with Apollo Creed then.
I'm going to have to, because he directed the episode. Well, guess what? I will not. I will not take it up with Apollo Creed. Not unless I'm standing behind Sylvester Stallone and he is Rocky at that moment.
Well, here's the deal. Would you go and meet Apollo Creed if the circumstance was you had to give him bad news?
Am I meeting Apollo Creed or am I meeting Carl Weathers?
They're the same thing.
Not necessarily.
All right,
not necessarily.
Meeting Carl Weathers, would you meet
Actually,
him?
let me be real. I don't want to meet Carl Weathers as Apollo Creed and have to give him bad news, or as his character in The Mandalorian. I don't know his name. I'm trying to get his name. He's a cool dude. But I'm not going to meet him and give him bad news either. He was doing the dude with the fish head dirty that entire episode. He was yelling at him the entire episode. I'm not giving him any bad news. Yeah, absolutely not.
I was going to bring up Horatio Sands.
Horatio
Sands. Yeah, his character's name is Mithril.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. He's like his banker now. I thought that was actually really cool. It
was great to see him come around and have that tie back.
Well, yeah, it was neat to see that Carl Weathers hired Mando to get this guy, but it was actually for him. He had run away from him.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah,
I thought that was
it's hilarious.
Little tie-in there. So in the siege, they end up recruiting Mando to help them out.
Right.
Because Din Djarin always whenever he gets help, he has to help in order to get the help, which is, it is what it is.
Trade of services.
Yeah, and so they go to an old Imperial base that's supposed to be pretty much deserted.
Right. A small crew.
Right, a skeleton crew that's left over there after they had kind of run them all off.
If that's a skeleton crew, I don't want to see a crew with all the meat and bones on it. I don't want to see it all.
They kept more.
They just
more
kept
and more
coming.
just came out of the walls.
Man, I mean,
they can't aim
my
at
gosh,
anything,
they cannot shoot
they
a
can't
thing.
shoot at all.
They can't shoot a thing.
No.
How, like, anyone?
But
this is no. I'm sorry. Like, we gotta do. I know that the running storyline is stormtroopers can't
well,
shoot.
they busted on the last episode of the first season when he's shooting at the
I get it.
and they can't hit
You're
the rock.
Yeah, they can't. I know they can't shoot anything.
It's the helmet.
But to not clip somebody.
Well, now to be fair, they hit Din Djarin quite a bit. He just has the Beskar armor, so they actually did hit him.
Did they? I didn't even see it
It was one of my favorite scenes where because he's getting real good at that jetpack.
Yeah.
When he like flew up out of the top of the facility and like took out the two guys that were up there, and the guy behind him shot him in the shoulder, and he like turned around and hit him again in the chest, and then he shot him.
Oh, okay.
So like they did.
That guy on the top, he
He's
might
the
as well be an
only
elite
good stormtrooper.
He might as well be an elite sniper. My gosh.
He's the only good one.
He's the only guy who can hit a thing.
So I'm gonna see. Did you catch the nod to A New Hope when they were sabotaging the base, the Imperial base?
Oh yeah, and having to walk around.
He has to go with,
yes,
and he even mentioned he points out, he goes, There's not even any guardrails.
There's not a guardrail.
And that's like that has been a thing for Star Wars fans since the 70s.
Yep.
About how there are no safety rails on like anything the Empire builds. And so he goes,
I guess the
and
Empire
he makes a mention of it.
The Empire can't shoot, but if you can't walk on a path, like if you stumble at all, like you're just dead. Like you're dead to them.
No, yeah.
But you can miss a target by a mile.
Right.
But you better not.
But you better not
trip.
Straight. You better not
trip.
Yeah, you can.
And the number of droids that are at people's feet that are just scooting around. How many people have died just tripping over a droid, falling into the abyss of a space?
No stormtrooper.
No stormtrooper.
Because that's the one thing they can do correctly.
That's insane.
No, but it did. It looked just like Obi-Wan when he was sabotaging the tractor beam.
Just like Obi-Wan, except he's got a giant fish head.
And no force power. Well, maybe he does. We don't know.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Absolutely not.
All right. So the meat of this episode, I mean, it was a lot of fun. Carl Weathers brought the action. You know, it was a lot of great firefights. The whole chase scene at the end and everything blowing up is really cool.
Yo, come on though. When they allude to whatever that
the big armored
as soon as they walk in, they're gonna use that.
Oh, but
they're gonna use that.
But they drove it off the side of that was.
I don't care. The second you're sitting there and they point it out to everybody.
Oh, that's a great thing. We can sell it on the black market.
We can sell it, or you're gonna end up driving it at the end of this episode.
And how sick was it when they went off the side and the speeder bikes followed them and some of them crashed
on the way
out? They couldn't make it. That was super.
That was cool. That was great.
Good attention to detail. I really liked that.
Well, I like that there was actually some realism there too.
Yeah, like they didn't all make it down.
Not all the speeders' bikes are gonna make it down that thing, man. Absolutely not.
Neither did Mithril's speeder.
Neither did
Mithril. They crushed that thing.
Destroyed. You knew it was too because he kept talking about his speeder.
Wanting to keep it safe.
Yeah. He kept talking about his speeder. You knew it was going to get destroyed.
I don't mind those toss-ups though.
No,
they can knock them out of the park.
No, but like the little details, like the speeder bikes crashing, like I thought that was really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so the meat of the episode really took place. One was the stinger, the very end.
How does the Empire conquer anything?
What do you mean?
They crash everything. They can't shoot. How did they conquer anything, man?
Force lightning.
Force lightning?
That's literally the answer to everything.
Which killed everything.
Even the guy using it.
Even the guy using it.
No,
Check out our upcoming Star Wars correction saga to be able to deal with this force lightning issue.
We'll tear that apart.
I think
it was mainly. In all honesty, the Empire, I think, was just the fact that their sheer numbers.
Yeah, I know.
And the Death Star and the Star Destroyers, they were all. I mean, those are. You look at like the Rebellion ships and the Star Destroyer. I mean, there's no question who's going to wipe out who.
I get that, but they can't hit the side of a. They can't hit the side of a bomb.
Yeah, but there's so many of them. It doesn't matter. Eventually, they'll hit you.
Yeah.
And the Emperor doesn't care if a whole bunch of them die.
That's fair.
Anyway, so the meat of the episode is they find an area inside the base that has a transmission from Dr. Pershing, the doctor that experimented on the child in the first season. And they think it's an old recording, but it actually turns out just a couple of days ago. So Pershing was there. And then obviously we knew as an audience that Moff Gideon was still alive. But here we get to see Din Djarin finds out that Moff Gideon is still living and that he is in search of the child still.
Yep.
And we hear some really interesting stuff about Pershing's experiments.
Right. Exactly right. So we hear about the M count in the blood that they're transfusing into subjects.
Right,
we don't know exactly what those subjects are yet. You see some sort of blob in humanoid
in like test tubes in the bag.
And they're being pretty clear about the fact it's not working.
Yeah, right.
Whatever they're doing, it's not working right.
They're not quite there.
They're not quite there. They need another sample of the child's blood to be able to make this successful. And from there, obviously, Mando loses it. He flies back to be able to get the baby.
Right,
to get the child, keep him safe, Baby Yoda. And I'm going to fast forward a little bit, and we get up to Moff in space.
Yep.
And he's told about all of this. He's told that they have the asset and that they're going to be trying to get it. But from there, you see him turn and look at what appears to just be Darth Vader-esque
a whole bunch of Darth Vader armor. Yeah. Well, and so did you, real quick, just going back a little bit, did you suspect the mechanic that was fixing?
Oh, yes, of course you suspect.
He looks over.
He looks back.
He's got the creepy eyes.
Glanced way too long.
Yeah.
They glanced way too long at him. Come on.
The first time I saw it, I was like, oh, those are creepy eyes. And
doing something.
Oh, they're going to do something bad.
Yep.
And then they're the one, they put a tracker on
Yep.
Din Djarin. I'm also, so I don't want to say it, but those test tube things, I don't want to say it.
Snoke?
Maybe it's Snoke or the Emperor bodies?
That's what I've heard already. Is that
I don't want to believe it.
No, see, I don't think that that's it.
No?
I don't think that that's it. I think
it is.
Here's what I think.
Yeah.
Okay? And I've done a little bit of research on this.
Okay.
I think this is them bringing in some of the video game stuff that was not canon previously. There was a game that focused on the dark shock troopers that had Jedi, had Force abilities.
Had Force abilities.
Yeah, and so one of the things that they're talking about, or one of the things that I've been looking into, is that these troops that Moff is creating are those dark shock troopers.
So is that the armor we saw at the end? Then that's
so
not
the
Darth
armor,
Vader armor. That's
is that armor and it's Beskar armor.
Yeah, because the Empire has one.
We know without a doubt that Stormtrooper armor might as well be tissue paper.
It's trash.
But the thing about it is, we also know they had access to a ton of Beskar because they gave him.
They
gave him a whole bunch of it.
Right, because the Imperial credits were made out of Beskar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the belief is that they have those suits in Beskar armor, ready and waiting for these dark, and I'm just calling them dark shock troopers or dark stormtroopers, whatever they're gonna call them.
Right, they're like elite
but that
force.
they're this elite force that have force capabilities.
Ooh.
I do not believe that with this they are going to tie anything into 7. I don't believe so. And the reason is I think they really are trying to stay away from the larger storyline and really build a small hero storyline.
Yeah, I hope so.
And I really think this is also we're too far out. I think we're too far out from 7 yet. Yeah. I think they're all just doing this work of Moff, and he's like one of these warlords out in the Outer Rim trying to keep the Empire going.
Okay, I hope you're right. I don't want it to
I really think it's
I really don't want it to be the Emperor.
But here's the thing.
Or Snoke.
You get a whole bunch of force-wielding
Stormtroopers?
Shock troopers, stormtroopers that have Beskar armor.
Yeah.
That's going to be a force to reckon with. That is going to be led by Moff Gideon with a dark saber.
Well, then we're gonna need Ahsoka and Bo-Katan and
Exactly,
her group and
exactly.
Din Djarin.
You're gonna see
Yeah.
a much larger team up happen. But
We're
what that also means is, here's the other side. What does that also mean?
Battle training the child.
They've got to. No, I don't think that. They've got to get a hold of the child. He's gonna lose the child soon.
So you think that Moff Gideon's gonna actually get a hold of the child?
I think
and
he's
then
gonna
we're
get a
have to
hold
go
of the
and
child.
rescue.
I think Din
Okay.
Djarin is gonna lose the child soon.
Yeah.
And he's going to need Ahsoka.
Ahsoka and
He's going to need
Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan. He's going to need all of the people he's been helping to
Yeah,
be able to
yeah.
go and get the child back.
Mithril?
Maybe.
I don't think so. I mean, maybe as like a shield.
Maybe as a shield.
Or he could run the numbers for him.
Yeah, he can run the numbers.
He can run the numbers for him.
He had a shot. He shot better than the stormtroopers.
That's true. He did. That's true. He did.
He kept popping up quick
Yeah, that's true.
and
That's
taking
true.
quick clips on them.
He also kept releasing that gas. Of
Whatever that gas.
nervousness.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
he killed more stormtroopers than stormtroopers killed them.
Well, stormtroopers didn't kill any of them.
That's exactly right.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. And I think I would agree with your theory. And I think in the next episode, I think is where we're going to see at least a partial coming together of all these ties, because Din Djarin's going to Ahsoka and Moff is going to Din Djarin, because Moff is tracking him and he's going to Ahsoka and they're all going to meet up.
Here's
Maybe
what I
that's when
think
he loses the
timeline.
child.
Yeah, so this is what I think timeline.
Yeah.
I think he loses the child at the absolute end
Of this
next episode.
All right.
End of this next episode, he has the child taken from him.
Okay.
And then from there,
It's getting him back.
it's getting him back. That's the last 3 episodes of the season.
Let's do it. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. All right. You're thinking.
Thinking, man.
I like
Thinking.
it. All right, guys. Well, let us know in the comments below what you guys thought about the siege. Let us know what you guys think is going to happen next. And the next couple of days, we will find out when the next episode drops this coming Friday.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks so much. If you are listening in our podcast, go ahead and check us out on our social media in the descriptions below. If you're on our YouTube page, make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you get all the notifications of new episodes. New episodes come out every Monday. And these special Mandalorian episodes are coming out Wednesdays or Thursdays, depending on the week. So keep an eye out, and they will come out before the new episode premieres every Friday. So make sure you're looking out for those. Make sure you are checking out our Legion content on all social platforms, including our Patreon page. Become a supporter if you think you want to. We would love if you became a supporter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You get some pretty cool stuff, too. Behind-the-scenes photos, artwork, extra podcasts.
That's right.
It's a lot of fun. All right. So we will see you guys next week on our next episode of The Mandalorian, and also on our Monday episode coming up. Same time, same place, same Legion.